Okay, this looks like a pretty good angle. It's hot today. I don't know exactly how hot, but it's pretty warm today. This is my kind of only productive honey hive right now. The other ones are undergoing Amitraz treatment. This one was a early season swarm. They came with an older queen, but she was started day one. They were a huge swarm. I have a video. It's one of the first videos I posted. Huge swarm. So they built up very quickly. They drew out comb. They did everything. I don't think I got a harvest off of them for spring, maybe a little bit. But their mite count was very low, which was nice. Because theoretically, when they leave, even though mites go with them, they leave a lot of the mites behind. And then there's a brood break. The queen comes in, and theoretically she should start building from day one. But I gave them foundation instead of drawing comb, so the queen had to sit there for a few days. I'm going to attribute that. It may also just be better genetics. These were a swarm, and these could have just been really good genetics. But anyway, they've done very well. They're pretty active. They're one of the only colonies that's not washboarding. I heard a theory that washboarding is the hive they're full. They've capped what they're going to cap. They feel like they're ready. They say it's at the end of the nectar flow, and the nectar flow is probably still going on here. Maybe some cotton, which should be just now starting to bloom. There's some other things that come out in the morning. There's some other trees like South American trees and Australian trees, eucalyptus and other trees so theoretically until October we should have like a flow, just maybe not enough to lay up honey. Anyway, this hive is not really washboarding. A lot of the other ones are, so that tells me they're still laying up honey, or they're still finding nectar. No one knows what washboarding means. I like the theory that washboarding is a display of strength. Like we have so many bees, it's the end of the flow, or we've got all capped honey, and we have so many bees. Don't mess with us. We have bees to waste. We have bees to just sit outside and dance. Kind of like I really sound ignorant now, but it's the Polynesian, I believe it's the Maori people who have the dance. The New Zealand All Blacks, they do the dance before the soccer match. It's like that. There's a display of power. I like that theory. We don't really know what it is though. Maybe if I get a bee PhD, I'll figure it out. I've looked into a PhD in entomology or agriculture, and the Hebrew University in Jerusalem wants you to have a master's, a thesis master's. No, I'm not about that. I don't want to do that. I've got enough. I've been on the degree train for long enough. I don't really know if I want to get to, a master's and a PhD. It would be cool though. Huge waste of time, to be frank, but it would be cool. And nothing is cooler than a waste of time. Trying to be gentle. Wow. There's not going to be a queen up here because I have an excluder. There are a lot of bees up here. So let's take a look. I can just look down and see they haven't capped this. Well, let's see how far they've gotten. It's heavy. Wow. Ooh la la, they've started capping. Wow. I'm just going to leave it alone, I'm just going to let them, just wait till August, I guess. A lot of people are extracting now. Maybe they weren't as dumb as me. And, they have something to extract. They keep building this wonky comb between the supers. And while we're talking about what am I going to do with this comb, I'm going to take it off and put it in a bucket. I do want to mention Bruce's bees, Bruce Jenne. I hope I'm saying that last name right. that, you know, he has been so nice. He's part of the StreamTeam with Nature's Image Farms and Hive Castle, and they do a stream. I don't actually know what day they do it. It happens at like 3 o'clock in the morning here, and I will watch it if my kids wake me up, or if I have one of those nights where I just don't sleep. And I've participated in it as far as comments a time or two. But like I said, he has been so encouraging and nice. We just kind of happened to get to know each other a little bit through the, you know, through the YouTube and all that. I'm sorry, not on my I'm a nobody in the YouTube world. He's like a star. But he's been very nice and gracious, and he comments. You know, he sees one of my silly little posts on Instagram or whatever, and he comments, and he's just been so nice. And if you don't follow his channel, if you're watching this, you follow his channel. But if you don't follow his channel, you should. It's Bruce's Bees. I'll put a link in the bottom. So let's just take a look in here. This was brewed. If you remember, I did a shakeout. Not a shake. I did like a shakedown. So they're filling this up, kind of, sort of. This was brewed, I believe, if my records are correct, 21 days ago. So in theory, there should be no more brood in here. Even if there was eggs, they should be out. And this should all be nectar. But there's brood in here, so my records are incorrect. They're either dead or my records are incorrect. Probably my records are incorrect because I'm kind of bad about that. And I just guess a couple of weeks later and write it down. Oh, yay. Okay, so this is like beautiful. Look at that. I'll give it a couple more weeks, you know? Like, what am I going to do? Give it a couple more weeks, see what happens. Let's see what this homeboy over here looks like. Yeah, they're backfilling. Seems like it's slowing down, but they're working that nectar. They've got some drones in there. They've got a cup that's empty, of course, no queen. So just gonna like let them keep on keeping on. The question is, do I go down below and pull out some honey frames and do that? But I don't think I'm gonna do that. Just let them keep what they've worked for. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're backfilling. You could see they're not happy with me right now, which makes sense because they've become a really big thriving colony. All right, so they're getting on me. They're getting a little mad. I'm gonna get out of here. So I say a couple more, maybe, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks. We'll see. They stung me on the leg, which is really a great place to get stung because you hear them. Ooh, they mad. They get the exposure, or I get the exposure without the swollen digits or face. So it's actually a great place to get stung. I'll put a little hydrocortisone cream on that later tonight, and it'll be all good. Okay, so that's it. A couple more weeks, and we'll see what happens. On to the next.